Hey guys, I hope you all are doing really well. This session is specially designed for AI 843, but अगर आपका कोई दूसरा skill based subject है for your class 11th, you can also refer to this video. So now the part we are talking about today is part A, employability skills. सो ये चीज़ अगर आपने पहले देखी है क्लास 10th में क्लास 9th में, पार्ट ए आपका एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी स्किल्स से रिलेटेड होता है, जहाँ पर आप कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स, सेल्फ मैनेजमेंट स्किल्स, entrepreneurial skills, green skills, ये सब चीज़ें देखते हो. सो टुडेज टॉपिक इज अबाउट सेल्फ मैनेजमेंट स्किल्स. दिस वोंट बी अ वेरी लॉन्ग सेशन बिकॉज ये सब चीज़ें आप ऑलरेडी सीखते हो जनरली इन लाइफ में एंड इन स्कूल. So the topics for today would be appearance and grooming, self-exploration techniques, strength analysis, teamwork, time management strategies. So if you have not heard about these terms before, don't worry. सेशन में हम लोग ये सब चीज़ें देखने वाले हैं with examples, and also during the session we'll have a couple of MCQs so that you can reinforce your learning. Also one more tip, once you see this video, I hope you don't spend a lot of time after this video on this topic because it's very easy. You can spend more time on your part B, which is subject specific skills. So let's move on to the introduction. If you are watching my video for the first time, my name is Akash Singh. I am an engineer by profession, computer software engineering specially, and I also have a degree in AI. So that's the reason I'm creating videos for artificial intelligence students so that they get the best understanding of the topics out there. So talking about IITs and colleges, I hope most of you are preparing for your competitive examinations. Some people are good at physics, some are good at math, some like chemistry. So ऐसा नहीं है कि सब लोग का एक strength better subject होता है. Maybe it can happen कि आपका एक बहुत favorite subject है, you're very good at it, and there is a weak subject. So have you wondered why this happens? सिर्फ बहुत कम लोगों के ही सारे subjects बहुत अच्छे होते हैं. There is always a favorite subject and a subject that you dislike, and generally in the favorite subjects you get good marks, and the subjects that you dislike you don't get very good marks. So why we are discussing this is how you can improve upon your marks, how you can improve upon how you are performing in an exam or in life. So in order to fix this कि आपके किसी भी सब्जेक्ट में कम मार्क्स आ रहे हैं, the first thing you need to understand कि आपके मार्क्स कम किस वजह से आ रहे हैं. For that purpose you need to understand what are your strengths, आपको कौन से सब्जेक्ट अच्छे लगते हैं, आप किस में अच्छा परफॉर्म करते हो, एंड आपकी कौन सी वीकनेसेस हैं, किस रीज़न की वजह से आपको कोई सब्जेक्ट अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है. सो अ स्ट्रेंथ एंड वीकनेस एनालिसिस हेल्प्स यू इन परफॉर्मिंग वेल इन ऑर्डर टू डिटरमिन कि आप किस कहाँ पर इम्प्रूवमेंट कर सकते हो. So that is the entire topic for today's session. How do you improve yourself? So as we discussed, if you start understanding कि आप कहाँ पर अच्छे हो कहाँ पर बुरे हो, you can understand कि what are your capabilities, what are the things that you can do and what you cannot do, and based on that information you can take steps to improve yourself. अगर आप किसी for example if you're weak in mathematics, you would spend more time on mathematics or a particular topic, right? And by improving your weaknesses you eventually improve upon your entire personality, and you actually can feel confident in whatever you do. So let's say if you are very good at physics and you're very good at mathematics, but chemistry mein you're not that good. So a strength and weakness analysis would tell you that you are good at physics and mathematics, so that means you don't have to spend a lot of time on these subjects. आपको ज़्यादा टाइम कहाँ पर स्पेंड करना है? केमिस्ट्री पे, because that's your weakness, and if you improve this you will become an all-rounder. So that's common knowledge. If you improve upon your weaknesses you actually become better. How do you determine what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? Very simple. अगर आपको कोई चीज़ अच्छी लगती है and you are good at it, that means it's your strength. You generally enjoy doing those tasks, and the things that you dislike and generally you do not perform well in that are actually your weaknesses. How can you find out your strengths and weaknesses? A couple of questions you can ask yourself. मैं किन चीज़ों में बाकी लोगों से अच्छा हूँ? What are the things that I like to do? What are the things I enjoy? ये strengths के questions हो गए. For weaknesses you would ask yourself such questions. What are the things I do not like? What are the things I want to postpone for tomorrow or day after? So these are the kind of questions which help you determine कि आपके स्ट्रेंथ्स कहाँ पर हैं एंड वीकनेसेस कहाँ पर है. So this was about strengths and weaknesses. Let's move forward to grooming. Now, grooming is a very common topic which has been studied since your classes second and third. So, touching upon this topic, grooming essentially means that you make yourself look good. You are neat and clean, you're tidy. And what are the advantages of grooming yourself? You actually look nice, you feel confident about yourself. And why are we studying grooming at this point? Is because if you remember, the part we are studying is employability skills. And employability means after you move on from 11th and 12th standard, you move on to your college, you would start applying to jobs, right? At that point of time, grooming is necessary because you make a good first impression. If you are looking nice, if you're neat and clean, the interviewer would be happy to see you, he would be happy to talk to you, and you would have a very good first impression. Also, another case where grooming is very essential अगर आपका customer facing role है. For example, if you're a sales representative, if you're going for a meeting outside, grooming essentially plays a very good role there. So some of the things that you can actually refer to, I'll be sharing these notes in the Telegram group. You can find the link in the bio of this video. There's a Telegram group where I share the notes for IT, CS and AI. So some of the things which you can refer to while grooming yourself, like haircuts, keeping your shoes clean, wearing ironed shirts, and so on. So not spending a lot of time on that topic. A similar topic is personal hygiene. Again, personal hygiene is the habit of keeping yourself clean. Grooming होता है कि आप कपड़े अच्छे डाल रहे हो, आपके बाल कटे हुए हैं, and you are looking good. But personal hygiene means you are keeping your nails clean, you are washing your hands, you're taking a bath every day so you don't smell, right? So the benefits and advantages all of us know, but just reiterating those helps us to stay healthy because we are neat and clean. It creates a good image of ourselves. We feel good about ourselves that we are actually clean. And it also helps us avoid feeling of being ashamed in public due to bad breath, body odor, etc. So these are the things related to grooming and hygiene. Some of the steps that you can take, again, shampooing your hair, oiling your hair. If your skin is dry, if you stay in a cold place like Delhi, probably you would need to apply some kind of moisturizer. You need to wash your hands. And for keeping healthy, you have to avoid unhygienic foods, sorry. So basically, you need to keep healthy by following all the COVID protocols. You can say that. So again, nothing to remember here. आपने ऑलरेडी ये सब चीज़ें कहीं ना कहीं देखी होंगी या फिर सुनी होंगी, लाइक न्यूज़ और योर स्कूल्स. So one more essential step is washing your hands. And if you think you wash your hands like this, you're wrong. This is not the right slide. The right slide is this. So these are a couple of steps to wash your hands. You don't have to remember कि कैसे क्या करना होता है, but make sure you are reaching all of the places on your hand. ऐसी एक भी जगह नहीं आपके हाथ पे जहाँ पर आपने सोप नहीं लगाया, जहाँ पर आपने पानी से क्लीन नहीं किया. So let's quickly revise what we studied till now. So you have just finished attending a class in bio and you have to go back to your classroom for other classes. After the lab, should you wash your hands? So obviously you should follow your hand wash routine because you're in the bio lab. There are a lot of contaminants there. Do you think people living in hill stations can skip taking a bath for many days? All right. So it does not matter where you stay. I know hill stations पे काफ़ी ठंड होती है and people get lazy in taking a bath. But no, irrespective of the climate, one should take a bath regularly. It does not matter where you stay. You can ignore the North Poles and South Poles. All right. Radha wants to grow her hair and she applies a lot of hair oil. She does not wash her hair for days and sometimes it smells bad too. What would be your suggestion to her? Can she leave the oil in her hair? I think it would start to smell. She can leave it on at night and wash her hair every day before leaving home. That's a good point. You should not apply hair oil at all. No. No. So B would be the right answer. So these questions are to make you understand what kind of questions you can expect. Obviously MCQ ज़्यादा नहीं आते हैं, but you can try to solve theory based questions based on your understanding. It is not very complicated. So let's move on to teamwork. We all see sports, generally, most of the sports are team based. Why are most of the sports team based? Because an individual can only perform till a certain mark. But if you perform in a team, you can achieve a lot more things. So the reason for teamwork is because till school or maybe till 11th or 12th standard आपने जितने भी projects किए हैं generally जितने भी subjects में आपने perform किया है that was all single or that was all about you. But when you move on to colleges, when you move on to a job, ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको अकेले काम नहीं करना पड़ेगा, आपको करना पड़ता है, बट जनरली यू आर अ पार्ट ऑफ अ बिगर टीम. सो being a part of a bigger team, you need to understand what are the things that you need to follow while being a team and why being in a team actually helps, because it results in higher productivity. As I said, अगर ज़्यादा लोग एक चीज़ पे काम करें, it is performing better, you get better results, and you can also perform complicated and complex tasks easily, क्योंकि किसी एक पर्सन पे वो सब रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं आती है. So two simple examples. This is Jay and this is Ashok. Ashok, and we are talking about football. So now Jay is a team player. Whenever he scores, he's happy. Whenever his teammate scores, he's happy. But let's talk about Ashok. Ashok likes to score solo goals, and he's the highest goal scorer. He's proud of it. But the other thing about him is whenever someone else scores, he does not like it. So what do you think is a better person for being in a team? Obviously, Jay is a better person. Now, benefits of teamwork we have already discussed. आप हर एक पर्सन का एक पर्टिकुलर रोल होता है इनसाइड अ टीम, क्योंकि जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज होते हैं दैट डिवाइडेड इन ऑल ऑफ द पीपल दैर. You have a support system. If you just fail in some task, you can ask for help from your teammates, and you also feel good when all of you together achieve something. And the most important thing, the work gets done very fast. Some of the things that you need to remember while being in a team: you have to replace your eyes with peace. So I does not matter here. आपको समझना पड़ेगा why are you in a team and what's the best thing you can do for your team success. You have to maintain communication with your team. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप बाकी लोगों से बात नहीं करें. You do not know what they are doing, and they also need to know that what you are doing. So you can share issues with the team, and in the end everyone is a part of the same team, right? So अगर आप same results के लिए effort डाल रहे हो, so you have to work hard and you can also encourage others to do the same, and eventually when you celebrate together. So those are the benefits of being in a team. Next topic is kind of similar, जहाँ पर हम लोगों को communication रखना पड़ता है. It's called networking skills. So now networking is not necessary in your schools till 11th 12th. It's not really that necessary, but once you move on to college या फिर अगर आप जॉब के लिए जा रहे हो, so networking helps you get opportunities जहाँ पर आप अप्लाई कर सकते हो. अगर आपको कहीं नई जॉब पे अप्लाई करना है, यू आस्क योर नेटवर्क कि इज देयर एन ओपनिंग अवेलेबल, is there a project available for me to work on it. So networking essentially means knowing new people, staying in touch with them, and using their knowledge and skill. But it does not mean that it's a one-way street. Similarly, अगर आप किसी सामने वाले से help ले रहे हो, you should also be able to provide some help to them. So that's what networking is all about. You can share your expertise and skills with other people. You can ask for support in difficult times. अगर आपको कोई problem face हो रही है, maybe you are switching jobs, you need to apply for more places, more positions. So your network can help you there. And this is the same thing. How can you create your network? How can you increase your network? The first and the most important thing about it is communicating. I think for your part A, communication was the first topic that is actually very necessary in self-development and employability skills. You have to open up, you have to share things with other people, but you have to first define आपको कैसे लोगों के साथ networking करनी है. For example, अगर आप let's take a very simple example that you are a manager. So if you're a manager, generally you would talk to other managers in your same office, but that's not a very good networking tactic. अगर आपको मैनेजर से अगर आप सीईओ के साथ नेटवर्क कर रहे हो, प्रॉबेबली बिजनेस पीपल के साथ नेटवर्क कर रहे हो, सम अदर एग्जीक्यूटिव्स के साथ अगर नेटवर्क कर रहे हो, दिस इज अ वेरी गुड प्रैक्टिस. यू कैन ओपन अप टू अदर पीपल, networking smartly. One of the other major things is once you start to talk to other people, once you start to network, you have to share some useful information, because it's not a friendship जहाँ पर आप without asking anything you can continue forward. Networking means you are sharing something useful for the other as well. Communicating regularly is one of the major things that you need to make sure happens in your networking. And this is also about the same thing, that you need to keep on sharing information ताकि सामने वाले को आपसे benefit हो, and at the same time you are also taking some benefit from the network. Okay, so a MCQ: your family has moved to a new home. Your next door neighbor pays a visit. What should you do? Should you tell them that you're in the middle of shifting and cannot speak right now? That's not a very good networking tactic. Get irritated and tell them that they have dropped in without informing. It's again very rude. Give them an insincere smile and ask them to leave. Again, this is not a very good thing, because when you're moving to a new place, you need to know people there, you need to network. So you have to welcome them, introduce your family, and thank them for coming there. Because maybe later on, if you need any kind of help, your neighbor would help you out. So, question two: Kavita is collecting donations in her neighborhood to help an old age home fix their water issues. What should she do while asking strangers to donate money? Narrate the whole story of old age home, directly ask for donation money. This is not a good thing. Start a small conversation and then talk about the project which needs donation. So this is a good tactic, क्योंकि आप directly जाके उनको पूरी story सुनाओगे तो they'll get bored. You directly ask them for money, it's kind of weird. So you just start with a small conversation which they are interested in, which also benefits them, and at the same time you can ask them for some donation because they would like to help with the donation. Okay, so this is an example where Neha is spending all her after school hours to practice more sample papers. So she's solving a lot of sample question papers, and she wants to get at least 97% in her boards or maybe class 12 examinations, so that she can get a dream college in the city, maybe IIT, maybe NIT, maybe some AIMS college, right? And the other part is about Rekha. She gets up at 5 a.m. and goes to her dance classes. So before she goes to school, she finishes her homework and she does all of this by herself. No one tells her to do it. The basic difference here is wants something in return. Neha is working for a goal, whereas Rekha is not working for a goal. She's doing all these things because she loves it. So why we are taking these examples is because we're talking about self motivation, because these both girls are actually motivated to do something, but the reason they are motivated are two different things. She wants to do something because she is looking at a very good college in the city. She wants to acquire better education, whereas Rekha is doing it because of love. She likes doing these things, that's why she's doing it. So self motivation helps you to build strength not in a physical manner but in a mental manner, जहाँ पर आप कोई भी टास्क या कोई भी काम बहुत इजीली कर सकते हो मोटिवेशन के थ्रू. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू आर अगेन स्टडिंग फॉर एनी कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जामिनेशन, at some point of time you would find it very difficult to continue with the process because it gets very hard. So at that point, motivation helps you out, आपको strength दिलाता है, so that you can keep on working towards your goal. So not giving up on your dreams and staying focused. So these are the benefits of being motivated. As I said, there are two types of motivation. One is based on reward, कि आपको in return कुछ चाहिए. That is reward based motivation. For example, if you get 99% marks in your boards, you will get a PS5 or maybe a new mobile phone or maybe a vacation. At the same time, if you're just working for something that you love, for example, if you like playing the guitar and you wake up every day at 6 a.m. and play the guitar, you're doing it not because you want something in return, but because you love it. So these are the two types of motivations that you need to remember. So some qualities of being highly motivated: they know what their end goal is, they are focused in life, they can prioritize between different things, and they are actually dedicated. They do not give up easily. So those were the qualities. अगर आपको self motivation build करना है, again, this is strength and weakness analysis is a very good start. आपको पता करना पड़ेगा कि what are your likes, what are your dislikes. You have to define your goals, what you want to achieve in the next 1 month, 1 year, 5 years, because that helps you determine how much you need to focus, how much you need to work hard, and eventually that increases your motivation to do that. So setting timelines and working towards achieving your goal. So these all notes will be shared in the Telegram group. I'm not spending a lot of time on these things because they are actually common knowledge. What makes you complete your work or studies without others cheering you? So that is self-motivation, quite easy. Which of the following are types of motivation? Internal and external. One is reward-based and one is love-based. Ravi works hard to get the best student award at the end of the year. What type of motivation is this? So the first thing you need to see that Ravi is working hard. Okay, he's motivated. But why? Because he wants to get the best student award. So it's an external motivation because he's working for a reward. Right. So when we talk about motivation, as we talked about, you need to know your goal. Goal setting means that you're setting up a goal for the future. So let's talk about it a bit more. The process of goal setting in your life, it actually decides what you're going to do in the future. Right? अगर आपको कोई pilot बनना है, maybe if you want to be an engineer, if you want to be a doctor, the first thing that you do is you set your goal that I want to achieve this thing within the next 5 years or 6 years. So there are certain steps associated with goal setting. First, you set a goal, you are making a plan, you take action on that particular plan, you do not give up, and finally you achieve your goal. Now, this is a very long process, it takes years, but once you set a goal, once you take the first step, once you make a plan, all these things become very easy. Not actually easy, but yes, you will be able to stick to the plan. So in order to set goals, there is a SMART model, which means S is for specific. You have to set specific goals that within the next 5 years, I want to get a degree. I want to secure a job which pays so and so in the particular city. आप randomly कुछ भी नहीं बोल सकते that I just want to become a doctor. It's not very specific. Measurable means in terms of time or effort. For example, if you're studying for an exam, you can say that I will complete 5 chapters by tomorrow. That is a measurable thing. Achievable means being realistic or maybe some achievable goal. अगर आप currently 11th standard में, you cannot achieve being a doctor in the next 2 years. That is not achievable. So being achievable, setting achievable and realistic goals is one of the important things in this SMART model. And T is time bound. This is also very important because you have to set a timeline. There has to be a limit that within the next 1 month, 1 week, 1 day, you have to complete a specific set of goals. So again, time management is also kind of a similar thing to goal setting, जहाँ पर आप plan and control करते हो कि how your goal is gonna go about, what are the steps you're going to take to complete your goal, and those steps will be managed by controlling your time. For example, अगर आपको अपना homework immediately ख़त्म कर दोगे स्कूल से आने के बाद, you will have more time to spend on other things which you like. So that's talking about planning and controlling your time so that you do not wait till the last moment to finish anything. So some of the skills that can help you manage your time better are completing tasks on time, making a daily timetable, and also sticking to it. Making good guesses on how long will it take you to do something. For example, if you're studying for an exam one day before, it's not a very realistic thing. But अगर आप एक वीक या एक मंथ पहले स्टार्ट करोगे, you would know कि मुझे एक चैप्टर खत्म करने के लिए 2 दिन लगेंगे, and that's a very good guess. Submitting homework and assignments on time or before time, and not wasting the time during the day. By wasting the time, it means you can rest. That is a good thing, but not being productive. Not being productive is a bad thing. So first step is organizing. You have to plan your day-to-day activities. You have to prioritize between different tasks. अगर आपको स्टडी ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, अगर आपको स्पोर्ट्स ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, अगर आपको हेल्थ ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, you have to prioritize and make a to-do list accordingly. You also have to control the things that you do not want to do. You want to control the things that are not very beneficial to you. And eventually, after you finish all these steps, at the end of the day, you have to find out मैं कौन सी चीज़ें कर पाया and कौन सी चीज़ें मैं नहीं कर पाया, and what are the things, what are the changes I need to make in my timetable. So which of the following can help you manage time better? Talking to friends? I don't think so. Making a to-do list? Yes. Making sure we don't miss our playtime? No. Watching favorite movie? No. How tracking your time helps you? We can stay focused. Okay, so that's a good thing. We can show everyone how hard we are working. No, that's not the reason. We can understand where we are spending our time and manage our time better if needed. So between these two, this would be a better option. So C is the correct one. So with this, we have finished the entire chapter of self-management. So once you have seen this entire video, I don't want you to spend more time on this topic. अगर आपने notes लिए, then well and good. I'll be sharing the notes in the Telegram group, and the link is shared under this video. So I hope you understood all the topics in today's session. If you found it interesting, please give it a like. You can comment under the video what other topics do you want me to cover. अगर आपको कोई doubts है, you can also ask there. If you have not already subscribed, if you're new to the channel, I would be very glad if you could subscribe to the channel, and I'll be sharing more things like this in the near future as well. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Till then, stay awesome. Bye bye.